Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories stole my time and I can't get it back. I've convinced myself it was okay, and I pushed through, and then I found out there was another campaign to play through. Another. And so I did what any sane person would and should do and watched the rest of the cutscenes on YouTube. I was umming and ahhing from the beginning. Should I just skip this game entirely? No, that's not me. I need to experience it for myself. Maybe I'm not good at the card system. But even after putting the time in and getting better, the only reason I was not getting through floors at the rate I wanted was the ever-present gameplay loop. First, a positive. The story is really good, especially if you enjoyed the story from the original Kingdom Hearts. And if you want to have an understanding of what's happening at the start of Kingdom Hearts 2, which I've begun playing, it's very important to have the context of what happened here, because the next game does assume you played this one. Sora, Donald, and Goofy are still looking for Mickey and Riku when they stumble across a strange castle. A black-robed figure welcomes you, letting the party know they are in Castle Oblivion, a place where you will remember your true memories by forgetting the memories you have. It gets weirder from here. I don't want to spoil anything, but Sora begins to remember a girl from his past who went unmentioned throughout the first adventure. The worlds you revisit contain stories of their own, everyone acting like it's the first time you met, but they unfold in new ways. The draw card is the story happening in between the worlds, and my main reason for pushing forward as long as I did. There is a sense of intrigue, and you will want to know what happens next, but the jarring part of the game is the gameplay. This isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Hearthstone, and at least you win money when you play Pazak. This is an active card system, which means moving around in a 3D plane using attack cards to attack, magic to magic, heals to heal, and summons to summon. You grind fight after fight, which after you understand the slate system of selecting 3 cards in a special combination that together will do a more powerful move, other than the basic combo, you can absolutely charge through the game once you have these basics down. Sort of. At least, if it wasn't for the obnoxious system they used to pad the game out. As you fight through the dungeons, you win 1 map card every battle. It will be either red, green, or blue, and have a number assigned to it, as well as a special effect on the map when that card is used to open a door, changing the properties of the room it's used to create. Unless used with story card doors, then you're just giving your map card away and getting no benefit. You enter room 1 with say 5 map cards in your possession. The door on the end of the room says to open the next room you need a level 1 green card, and you don't have it. Well, enjoy battling against the enemies on the random chance they drop a level 5 green card you need to progress, because this progress can literally take hours. If the battle system was more interesting, it would be okay, but I refined my deck to the point I just matched triangle for every battle. Got into the right position to lay the hurt, and the battles would be over in a minute or less. But doing so many of them every time I was stuck for a map card that I didn't have was just so painfully boring. You can find this all throughout the game, points where you become stuck because you've gone through the majority of the map cards and you are grinding for the hope of getting a level 9 red card just to progress the story to the next point. And it's a shame because the story told here was really good. Now I wanted to play through every Kingdom Hearts in a row, having just finished the original remaster. That was a great game. I've got 3 sitting there on my hard drive untouched because I wanted to experience the whole series in as natural a way as possible. But this game is shit. It kept me engaged and interested in the story, but by the end of the game the gameplay grind was far too real. I was taking hours on levels instead of minutes, all because I didn't have the right cards. I don't mind points of grind in a game, like an area you get up to late game is too hard so you have to level up to it, which in most games can be done in a reasonable amount of time. But this had multiple points of grinding that did nothing for me. I never felt like I was getting stronger or better at the game. I just needed the right value card to get through the door and the damn thing wouldn't drop. What the fuck is this game? I'm spending hours mashing triangle and moving behind enemies or closer to them as needed, and the majority of the time is just waiting for the fucking loot drop. And the gameplay to get said loot feels like I'm a rablat in a twisted experiment where I know the food drops, but it always drops at random intervals, so I'm left pushing the button. Even in Pokemon, the grind is at least worth it. Learning new moves, getting stronger, evolving. All you get here is Moogle points to spend on cards and experience that you can level up with to get more health or to increase your deck restrictions or learn more card combinations. But if your deck is already killer and you can cheese the floor you're on, then the only real reason for the grind is that next correctly valued map card to get you through. What the actual fuck? Unfortunately, this game is really good in its story and really poor in its gameplay design. If I was on some kind of wonderful drug, maybe I could blurrily get into the rhythm of the constant grind, Look past the fact that my time is more important and can be spent doing less boring things. I fooled myself enough with this game already. Every time I did get past a floor and get more cutscenes and story interaction, I was intrigued and I justify my experience. Oh well, maybe it'll get better, maybe I need a break. And I wanted to know what was happening, but I hated the way I had to find out. That's enough said about Chain of Memories. It's a grind fest, and I'm thankful to never have to boot it up again. In hindsight, fuck Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. This is Chris. If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos soon.